So now children, after studying about the mathematical form of finding the total or the equivalent resistance in the circuit when the three resistors are connected in series, next we shall study for the resistors which are connected in parallel. So you know how the resistors are connected in case of this parallel combination. So the three resistors are connected like this in the circuit, one below the other, and again the junction point what you see here are X and Y. It is connected to the battery, positive of the battery, negative of the battery, which gives us the voltage or the potential difference. And we have the plug key which is on. Plug the key, and we have ammeter again. See, the negative of the ammeter is connected to negative of the battery, positive of the ammeter is connected to positive of the battery, and here ammeter is connected in series. We also have the voltmeter, children, voltmeter which is connected in the parallel. See, in the line only the ammeter is connected, it is connected in series. Across the resistor, below it, I showed you the other day, and upon the resistors or below the resistor, wherever you want you can write, that is voltmeter is connected in parallel. Hope now you can understand that sentence. Ammeter is always connected in series and voltmeter is always connected in parallel in any electrical circuit. And this arrow mark shows the direction of flow of current. This is the basic circuit, children. We have three resistors R1 and R2, R3. Junction points are X and Y, across which the voltmeter is connected in parallel. Next we have the battery or the battery, positive and negative, the polarity, the plug key and the ammeter, and this shows the direction of current. In the series, children, we studied that the same current is flowing across each resistors which are connected in series, and the potential difference, the voltage what we measured here across the battery say was V, but when we connected across each resistor, V1, V2, V3 we got, means it was different. But for current we didn't write I1, I2, I3. Why? Because the same current flows through the circuit here. But here what we are doing is, when you plug in the key, you will note down the readings of ammeter and voltmeter which are connected here. So ammeter will give you some current I in amperes, whereas voltmeter will show some voltage O which is in terms of volts. You will note down that. If at all you remember, in case of series connection, what we did first, after connecting the voltmeter across the battery, we connected it across each resistor and noted down the voltmeter reading. But in this case, what we are doing, children, we are, after connecting this ammeter here and noting down the current, what it gave us some ampere. We will disconnect this battery. Before disconnecting, what you need to do, switch off the plug key. Then again, what you need to do is connect this ammeter here across the first resistor R1. We are connecting the ammeter. Again, polarity, if you check, negative here means negative, positive. We will connect the ammeter here across beside the first resistor R1 and note down the ammeter reading, means current, what current it is showing, we will note down from the ammeter. Let us say it shows some I1. Again, remove this ammeter, connect it across the second resistor R2. Note down the current. Suppose it say I2 by across R2. Again remove the ammeter, disconnect the ammeter here and connect it. See, we are not plugged in. Switch on first. We next connected it to towards across the resistor R3 and say we got the current I3. Why are we writing I1, I2, I3? There in that case we wrote the total voltage V is sum of voltage across each resistor V1, V2, V3. But in parallel connection, children, the voltage remains the same. The voltage or the potential remains the same. But as I explained you, the current flowing from positive of the battery, when it reaches the junction X, it gets splitted into start from positive of the battery, flow like this, come towards the junction. Now the current I is here, it will get splitted up. Since it has to flow through, what has to flow through? Since the current has to flow through all the three resistors, the current after reaching this junction point will get splitted up into I1, I2 and I3. The current is flowing through all the resistors R1, R2, R3 and those respective currents are labeled as I1, I2, I3. So this I1 is flowing through this resistor R1, I2 is flowing through resistor R2, I3 is flowing through resistor R3. When it is flowing, what we did? We connected ammeter across all these three junctions of resistors R1, R2, R3 and we noted down the current. Hence we wrote I1, I2, I3 as the currents. Hope now you have understood. Now all this current which is coming out of these three resistors will again meet at the junction point and it will flow in this direction and reach the negative of the battery. So when we note down this values of current across each resistor by connecting the ammeter in series with these three resistors, children, we got the values of current to be I1, I2, I3. Before the ammeter was connected here in the circuit, if you remember. Before the ammeter was connected here in series with the battery. Later what we did? We measured after switching on the circuit, what we did? We noted down the current. We got it to be I amperes. Next we disconnected the ammeter here and then connected across each resistors R1, R2, R3. Next we noted down the current and we found it out to be I1, I2, I3. So if at all we say the total current across the ammeter when it was connected with the battery is I, the current, the ammeter readings what we got by connecting the ammeter across each resistor, we let it be I1 plus I2 plus I3. Call it as equation 1 again. So there we got V is equal to I1, I2, I3. There the current was not splitted up. The same current I was flowing through all the three resistors which were connected in series. But the voltage varied. Here the voltage is same V, but the current is getting splitted up. And we find out that the current value what we got by connecting the ammeter here across the battery is I. It is equal to the sum of the value of currents which is flowing across the three resistors R1, R2, R3. It is the sum of current flowing through these three resistors. So we are writing I is I1 plus I2 plus I3. Suppose we say capital I is 3 ampere, then I1 what we got measured here is 1 ampere, 1 ampere, 1 ampere. So 3 is equal to 3 ampere, like that it is. So the value of current which we measured with the help of ammeter across each resistor is the sum of their currents is equal to the total current in the circuit. We call it as equation 1. Again from Ohm's law we know V is equal to I into R. Here we know the value of current. V is same. So V is equal to I into R means what is I is equal to V divided by R. Call it as equation 2. Now what we do is as we did for series, in equation 1 by using Ohm's law let us replace this current I by V by R1. I2 by V by R2, I3 by V by R3. In series children, we kept I as it is and replaced V1, V2, V3. But here what we do is, from equation 2, by using Ohm's law again, what is I now? V divided by R. Total current I is total voltage divided by the total resistance R. I1 will be V divided by R1, I2 will be V divided by R2 and I3 will be V divided by R3 children. As I said you in case of series, here R1, R2, R3 we are representing for I1, I2, I3, but voltage V1, V2, V3 we are not changing. Why? Because the same voltage is present across the resistors when they are connected in parallel. Now what we do here is, here I will take out V outside. If you take out V outside, is nothing but 1 by R we got. Similarly, in the RHS of the equation, as we took I common there, here we have the numerator V in common. So I will take out V. I am left with now 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 in the bracket. When I take out the numerator V as the common factor, children, what we get is R1 plus R2 plus R3. Here in the LHS also, if I take this numerator V, it is 1 by R. If you multiply V inside, we get V by R. Similarly, if you multiply V inside, V by R1, V by R2, V by R3. It is not changing. So we can take it out common. Once you take it out common, as we cancelled I there, we should cancel out V here. So you are left with 1 by Rp, I will write now. There we wrote Rs. Why? R resistors in series. Rp here, the subscript P here represents parallel. So 1 by Rp is now 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This is the formula for the resistors to find the equivalent or the total resistance in any circuit where the resistors are connected in parallel. As I said before, children, this is not constrained to only 3 resistors. In general, to find the equivalent resistance in a circuit, 1 by Rp is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus etc. up to plus 1 by Rn. Here also n number or any number of resistors can be connected in parallel. If at all the resistors are connected in parallel and they ask you to find the total or the equivalent resistance in the circuit, how do you find this? Just take the reciprocal of them, 1 by that value, 1 by 2 ohm, 1 by 5 ohm, 1 by 7 ohm, like that you do. Take the LCM of the denominator, find the numerator, write it in terms of 1 by Rp, and next you need to change it as Rp. That and all I'll teach you while solving the problem. For now, keep in mind, children, 1 by Rp to find the total or equivalent resistance in case of these resistors which are connected in parallel. We use the formula 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Next, children, you have the concept of equivalent resistors. Hope this formula is clear to you. This derivation is important, children. You have it for the exam. So, practice it. Nothing is there. Series means V1, V2, V3. V is V1, V2, V3. And parallel means I is I1, I2, I3. Ohm's law you write. Replace the terms. Cancel off the common terms. What you get is the formula. Very simple it is. You have the circuit symbol of this. Now let me draw this circuit symbol for the series once again. Cell it. See, one big line, one short line means it is cell. But 2 big line, 2 short line or any number apart from 1 means this is positive, negative. It is a cell. It is a battery. I need a plug key. Don't want ammeter for now. Direction of current I should show. Voltage, plug key, resistors R1, R2, R3 which are connected in series. So this is the circuit diagram for series and this is a parallel, children, which we have already studied. What I wanted to tell you is, now in place of connecting 3 resistors, suppose we say R1 is 1 ohm, R2 is 2 ohm and R3 is equal to 1 ohm. Then what is the total resistance in the circuit? We learned the formula. Rs is R1 plus R2 plus R3 means it is 1 plus 2 plus 1. 2 plus 2, 4 we got. So, total resistance of this circuit is 4 ohms, children. Formula, unit is very important. So, we got Rs to be equal to 4 ohm now. Now, instead of making my circuit complex or bigger by connecting 3 resistors, whose equivalent resistance is found to be 4 ohm, I will replace these 3 resistors by a single resistor. I will replace the 3 resistor by a single resistor Rs, which is equal to 4 ohm. Does it make any difference in the circuit? Before, we had 3 resistors which were connected in series, and these were the 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm values. We found out what is the equivalent resistance, and we found out it would be 4 ohms. When you add the resistance of all the 3 resistors, we got 4 ohms. Instead of connecting 3 resistors and making the circuit complex, what we do is we will replace it by one resistor which is equal to 4 ohm. So this is equivalent resistance, children. We studied, no? I just said, U equivalent or the total resistance in the circuit, if we use this formula. That equivalent circuit means like this. Replacing the 3 or 4 resistors by one resistor which is equal to, which first, for that what we need to do? How much capacity resistance we want, we need to find out. Suppose you want 8 ohms. 8 ohm resistor is not available, means how to split it out? First check for 2 possibilities. So 4 plus 4 can I do? No, it is not possible, means like suppose you want to get some 4 ohms. I will try for 2 plus 2. Not possible. 2 plus 1 plus 1, like that you can try. That is higher level electronics, children. Don't worry of all that. So we shall now think of like equivalent resistance means by finding out the total resistance that can be replaced by one single resistor. That is equivalent resistor. Same thing you can do here with the parallel also. Suppose we need, let us see, always we are taking 3 resistors. No, don't want. Let us try with only 2 resistors for now. There are 2 resistors where R1 is 5 ohm, R2 is 3 ohms, let us say. Now, here also, how you need to do? First, in order to replace these 2 resistors by single resistor, you need to find out what is the total or the equivalent resistance of these 2. So, what we need to do? We know the formula now. 1 by Rp is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So, that is substituting 1 by 5 plus 1 by 3 you will substitute. How do you simplify this? Take the LCM, children. I said no. So hope this is clear to you. I will clean the board of this part. I need for the calculation. Let me do here. So I got Rp is 1 by 5 plus 1 by 3 now. I need to simplify this RHS to know what is the equivalent resistance I should need to replace in order to remove these 2 resistors. For that, let me simplify. So obviously we need to take LCM. 15 is the LCM. 5 ones are 5 threes are. 3 into numerator 1 is 3. Plus 3 ones are 3 fives are. 5 into 1 5. 5 plus 3 is 8 divided by 15. Can you simplify this? No, you keep it as it is. So Rp is 8 divided by 15 means if you go with the actual division, children, 0.15 5s are 75. Remainder 5. Point is there, take 0. 15 threes are 45. 15 threes are 45. Remainder 5. Enough. 0.53 ohms we got. So, you see, it was like 5 ohm and 3 ohm resistors. But what is happening here? It is getting reduced when you find out this equivalent resistance. What do you understand by this, children? So R1 is 5 ohm, R2 is 3 ohm. What we thought is here, what we did, shortly I will show you here for this problem, children. We got RS is R1 plus R2. 3 resistors were there. I think 1 plus 2 plus 1 we took. So RS is 4 ohms we got, correct? Don't get confused. This is this continuation. This simply I showed why I want to find out the difference here. Now, in case of series, when we find out the equal resistance, we just sum up. We add them and we got it to be 4 ohms. So, we replaced by 4 ohms. Here see the resistors were 1, 2 and 1 ohm. Very small you will feel. But here when the same resistors of 5 ohm and 3 ohm were connected in parallel, we think, oh, very huge value of resistance. It is greater than that, no? Yes, obviously. But when we actually find out what is its equivalent or the total resistance, see, we found it out to be 0.53 ohms. See, where is 4 ohm? Where is 0.53 ohms? Like this, children, what is happening? Resistance is more in case of what? Series connection, whereas in terms of resistance, if you want to tell, using Ohm's law, V is equal to, don't ever forget this Ohm's law, children. This is very, very important. Put stars, planets, asteroids, meteoroids, whatever you want. This is very, very important formula. Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. So what happens to this voltage, current and resistors when in terms of series and parallel connection? Means, see, value of resistance, when you sum up, it is more, resistance is more. But here, see, resistance when connected in parallel, it got reduced from, see, 5 plus 3, 8 ohms it would be in series. But when they are connected in parallel, the same resistance is found to be 0.53 ohms. So children, now, children, from Ohm's law, what we understand here is, let me erase this value calculation part. V is equal to IR, means, see, resistance is more in case of series. Series, parallel if you write, this is important, children. They will see, you cannot expect the exercise questions here, no, they may pick questions from wherever they want. See, from these concepts, from these points they pick the questions for you in board exam. So these points are very important that you need to keep in mind. So in case of series, resistance is high, and in case of parallel, resistance is less. You know what is resistance? It is the obstruction for the flow of current. It will reduce the flow of current through it. So resistance is more means obviously current is less. In case of parallel connection, resistance is low means current is high. This is very important, children. Series connection of resistance offers low current, whereas the parallel combination of resistance offer high current in any electrical circuit. This is very, very important when the as far as this practical application of electric current is considered, children. Series connection offers high resistance, low current. Parallel combination offers low resistance, means it is allowing more current to flow through it. This is very, very important point you need to keep in mind, children. I erased this, I wanted. So, to explain how it actually happens, let me show you with the help of this example. See, basic circuit, fatafat you should write like this: positive, negative, plug key, direction of current I, it is coming here. Done. But what? I have connected nothing here. Let me connect the bulbs. You know I am very good at drawing, children. So please bear with me. What are these? Assume these to be bulbs. 3 bulbs now I have connected in this circuit. Bulb 1, bulb 2, bulb 3. 1, 2 and 3 bulbs are connected in series. Why always number 3 now? Let me take one more bulb. No loss for me. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 bulbs I have connected in the circuit. Now when the voltage is applied, when the plug key is on and the voltage is applied, the plug key is in and the voltage is applied, what happens? The current will be produced and the current will start from positive of the battery and it starts flowing through all the resistors. We have been connecting resistors in series. So now in place of resistors we have connected the bulbs. When the bulbs are connected one beside the other like this, then the bulbs are said to be connected in series, children. So when bulbs are connected like this, the same current I flows through all the 4 bulbs here. When the current flows through the first bulb, the bulb glows. After passing through the bulb, next, when it passes through the second bulb, again the bulb glows. Next, after passing through second bulb, it passes through third bulb. Similarly, when it passes through fourth bulb, the current glows and current finally comes in this direction and reaches the negative of the battery. This is the actual thing what is happening. But since we know that when these things are bulbs or resistors are connected in series, children, the same current is flowing through all the bulbs here. The brightness of the bulb 2 when compared to bulb 1 will be low. Similarly, brightness of bulb 3 when compared to 1 and 2 will be low, and the so children, when the current flows through this bulb 4, the bulb 4 will glow. Like that it happens, and finally it reaches the negative of the battery. But the brightness of the bulbs here varies. Why? Then we know when the resistors were connected in series, the same current I was flowing through all the resistors. Similarly, here also this total current I is being shared among all the 4 bulbs here. So, the brightness of the bulb 2 is less when compared to that of first bulb. The brightness of bulb 3 is less when compared to 1 and 2, and brightness of bulb 4 is less when compared to the bulbs 3, 2 and 1. It doesn't mean by the time the current reaches bulb 4, the whole room will glow, become dark and all. No, nothing like that. There will be slight variation which you can see. So this is what happens. But when the same bulbs are connected in parallel, what happens? So here in the same circuit diagram, I will show you. This is bulb 1 and second bulb is being connected like this to the junction. You know the current I coming from the battery through the potential, the current I is coming to this junction X, and the current I, as soon as it comes to the junction X, will be splitted into the current I1 and I2. So here the current I1, when it passes through this bulb, flows through the bulb will glow. Similarly, when current I2 passes through this bulb, the second bulb will glow. Finally, the current will reach Y, and same story, it reaches the negative of the battery. But in case of series connection, if at all one bulb will get damaged, suppose say this bulb 3 has damaged, or there is some issue with the bulb, then what will happen is the current I is flowing, no, it passes through the first bulb, it glows. Second bulb, when the current comes, it glows. But there is problem with the third bulb and it will not glow. When this third bulb is not glowing, this affects the remaining bulbs like 4, 5. Like in series, when you connect as many bulbs you want, it will affect all the other bulbs which are connected in series, children. The current I will flow through these 2 bulbs, but in the third bulb there is some issue. So what happens? This bulb has burnt out. Due to high current, it cannot withstand, so the tungsten is burnt. Some issue is being happened, and it will, the current I which is flowing, which has to flow through the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th like this bulbs will be interrupted due to this damage present in the third bulb. You all have seen, no? Suppose for the housewarming ceremony and all, we have habit of putting this serial set, the lights what we put for the building of the house. Yes, no? For that building, you know, the many bulbs are connected in series, one below the other, and it will be hung from the top to the bottom, like to the ground level, it will be hung. So if at all one bulb get damaged, what happens? In that series 2 or 3 bulbs, there will be some interruptions there, there will be some damage. So the person when you call upon a person that this series bulb are not working, what he does, he has to come check which bulb, what problem is there in each bulb. Then only he can rectify it. But what happens in case of parallel, children? Here the total current I. I'm waiting for the disturbance to reduce. Okay. Here the total current I will get splitted up into I1 and I2 when it is flowing through these bulbs 1 and 2. So suppose we say there is some problem or issue with this bulb 2, what happens is, then this current I1 will pass through this bulb and the first bulb will glow. But the current I2 is passing through the second bulb. There is some problem issue with this bulb and this bulb does not glow. Then no problem, this bulb will keep glowing and does not affect any other bulbs, many other bulbs which are connected in parallel, children. This is the advantage of connecting in parallel the any components in parallel over connecting in series. You have been repeatedly asked question as give reason on this concept, children. Why do you prefer series connection than the parallel connection of components, or what is the advantage of parallel connection over series connection? You can read that in the textbook. It is given very clearly to you, children. The advantage of parallel connection over series connection is if every one component get disturbed or spoiled in case of series connection, it affects the whole or other components which are present. But in case of parallel connection, it doesn't happen. It will not affect the other components. This person fails, no problem. The current flowing through the other bulbs will help those other bulbs to work or glow. This is the advantage of parallel connection over the series connection. You will study it more better when we study the heating effect of electric current. So this is about the series and the parallel connection. So what all we discussed under this combination of resistors means there are two combinations. One is series, one is parallel. Series connection means resistors are connected one beside the other and the same current flows through all the resistors, but the voltage across each resistors varies, and hence to find the equivalent resistance of the resistors connected in series, we just sum up the value of resistance or add up them, and hence we have the formula Rs is R1 plus R2 plus R3. In case of series connection, the resistance offered is more, and hence it allows the less current. The series connection allows less current to flow. That is the main disadvantage of the series over parallel. Okay. Now in parallel connection, the resistance offered is less, and hence more current is allowed to flow through the circuit. So what are the advantage of series over, and what is the formula? 1 by Rp. Whenever parallel, the word parallel is said, children, keep in mind 1 by Rp. You should write, don't write Rp is equal to, that is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This is the formula which we learned. So this is about the series and parallel combinations, children. What are the difference between series and parallel? Resistors are connected one beside the other. Here many resistors are connected and they have the common junction point. The current flowing through all the resistors are same. The current flowing through resistors are different. Here voltage is same. Here current is same. And in terms of formula, this is the difference. In case of series connection, what is the advantage means? In case of series connection, disadvantage of series connection means resistance offered is more and hence current is less. In case of parallel connection, resistance offered is less and hence current is low. To understand this concept, we solve one problem, children. Hope you have understood it. And in case of series connection, if one of the component get damaged, it affects the whole circuit, whereas all the other components connected with it. But in case of parallel connection, if one of the component get damaged, the other components can work effectively. That is the advantage over series and parallel connection. Next we shall solve few example problems which are solved in your textbook based on these two formulas. The problems on this formula, that is Ohm's law, you should not never ever forget this Ohm's law, children. V is equal to IR. This is very important formula. Using this Ohm's law only, we should find out the total or equivalent resistance in case of series and parallel combination. Now we shall solve the problems.